What's the word? We report live from the gutter with your boy Elliot Carter, who I'm on the line with.
Yo, this Spree from Staten Island, man. Stapleton's finest, man. Shout out to London. Shout out to Bebo. Shout out to Mushy, Brown Hornet, Cal, Ray, the whole team Stapleton. You already know what it is.
All right, talk to me. What's the? I'm getting all these messages on my podcast, my fan mail. You know, you wilding PJ up. Talk to me. What you got going on with PJ?
All right, listen, let me explain something to you, right? So what happened was, everybody know my name is Spree. Dutch was my older brother. They got murdered, or whatever the case may be. Some bitch ass nigga killed him or whatever. But we grew up in Stapleton, 75 Hill Street, apartment 5. Everybody know my pops, Big Jerry G. Everybody know my mom's Abel, or whatever the case may be. So it's me, Dutch, Bone, Rome, Cecil, my cousin Ertz, father, old boy, whatever you want to call him, Warren, all of us. So like Larry, little Larry, that snitch ass bitch Mia, we all from Stapleton. My cousin Junebug, he got killed. The nigga S.I. killed him, allegedly. But like we all from Stapleton, so everybody knows like we was born and raised out there. So long story short, what happened was the nigga Enver was wearing a wire and he snitched on niggas and got niggas locked up.
When you say Ember was wearing a wire, what instance are you talking about? When was this? Where was he wearing a wire? Who was he talking to?
Okay, so what happened was this, right? The nigga SI just came home. SI was locked up like 8 years. SI came home 2002, July. June 2002, some niggas from West Brighton. I'm not sure who exactly it was, but I believe it was Peanut in them. I'm not 100% sure because I don't really know them dudes like that. I just know them on face. So apparently,
You talking about Peanut the rat?
Yes.
Okay.
So apparently, we was over at 693 Henderson Avenue, or whatever the case may be. And Emma had the black Suburban, and niggas bust some shots at the car, and his windshield got shot out. The side mirrors got shot out.
Yeah.
So I don't really know these dudes like that. I don't know them. I'm from Stapleton. I never really hung out in West Brighton. If you wasn't from Stapleton, New Brighton and Park Hill, I mean, I didn't really know dudes like that. So I just knew who I knew by face. La Nordica, Capadonna, Lounger, Dupree, Hesse, niggas from Stapleton, Big Nord, fucking Drama.
Brother, pardon me. I don't mean to cut you off, but you keep going in and out like your volume keeps raising and lowering. You mind?
Not my fault. Yeah, no, that's my phone. I gotta pull it back in front of me. But
Okay.
so I didn't really know them dudes from West Brighton like that. That really wasn't my area of forte. So long story short, some niggas had tried to kill me and the nigga Enver.
Okay.
And we pulled up in a Suburban. This was in 2002. It's like the last week of May, the first week of June.
So you was fucking with Ember at this point. Did you know he was a rat or no?
No, I did not know. I had no idea. All I know, I came home from jail because what happened was I got locked up. Me and my brother Cecil, we got locked up in Stapleton. January, New Year's Eve, 2001. They locked us up for shooting at the police. So we got locked up. The case got dismissed. We was both on parole. So I went to the beach.
So you got locked up for shooting at police while you was on parole and the case got dismissed?
Yes, but the whole thing was we wasn't shooting at the police. They lied and said that we were shooting at them. Because we was in 29 Warren and niggas was shooting guns off the balcony. Somebody else was shooting at the police, but it wasn't us.
Oh, okay. I see.
So when the police came in front of the building, everybody started running. And I told him, throw the hammer down the trash chute where the garbage goes. He didn't throw the shit down there. So when we came out the building, he took off running. The police started chasing him. I ran over there and started swinging on the police. So we get locked up, or whatever the case may be. So we both go to the Beacon. We was in the Beacon with the nigga Big Dan. I copped out the 45 days for obstructing government administration. My brother's case got dismissed. So I only had like 4 months left on parole. I was getting off parole April 25th, 2002. I believe that was on a Thursday. So I pled guilty to 45 days. They violated my parole. I went to the 6th building, and then I went to C95. My brother stood in the beacon until his case got dismissed, and then he went back to downstate, and then they released him. So after all this happened, or whatever the case may be, so I get out in April. My cousin Mia, Larry Love's sister, she's out there fucking with this white dude named Enver. I don't really know him, but I heard about him because supposedly he killed Ricky Dale back in the days, allegedly, and he was running around cloud chasing saying that he did that shit. So I wasn't really even fucking with him to begin with. So long story short, I wound up getting arrested and I wound up doing 5 years down the line. But the day when I ran into him, I actually wound up shooting at somebody. And then I ran into him like 2 minutes after the shooting happened, and I jumped in his car. He just happened to be driving by. So I didn't know him, but I knew him, vice versa. So then he starts coming around with my cousin. She's like, "Oh yeah, this is my boyfriend. This, that, and the third, yada 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 yada, whatever the case may be." So long story short, we go over to the crib one night. Some niggas was hiding over there by the bushes, and come to find out, it was the nigga who wound up shooting the nigga 50 Cent, the rapper.
Oh, the nigga that hit him 9 times?
Yes, it was one of his homies who did that shit. Some nigga named KP.
And he was doing a drill on Staten Island?
He was out. He was living up there in 280 Park Hill. He was messing with some light skinned girl. I forgot her name, but he was out there in Park Hill. He was on the run from the Fed, the ATF, and he told me he was on the run from the ATF. But I thought the nigga was lying. So come to find out, he was beefing with the nigga Enver because Enver wound up threatening him. And a couple days later, they was over there hiding behind 693 Henderson Avenue because there's like a little lot right there. They was back there hiding in the bushes. So the niggas came out, and we pulled up in the car. It was like 1:30 in the morning. I just seen a big ass handgun pointed at my face, and the nigga pulled the trigger. And when I moved my hand in front of my face, the window blew out. And niggas just start letting off like maybe, I don't know, 10, 11 shots. The nigga Enver threw the car in reverse, the black Suburban, and he put the shit in drive, and he sped off. They chased us from Henderson all the way to St. Vincent's Hospital. Enver jumped out the car. I jumped in the driver's seat and sped off. So when all this shit happened, the police called my phone about like 20 minutes later. They was like, "Oh yeah, the confidential informant Enver Mehmeti was shot, and we're just trying to figure out who has his car." And I'm like, "Confidential informant? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?" So I thought this was like some type of prank. So I said, "No, I got his car. This is Spree Johnson, such and such, such and such." They told me to drive the car to the hospital, and I got to the hospital. The police, they locked me up.
So my question to you, just hearing that, why would you drive the car to the hospital if police just said that? I would have never did anything that they asked me to do.
Yes, I understand that, but my whole thing was this. I didn't want them to think I had something to do with it, and not only that, when they were talking to me, Enver was in the background telling me to bring the car to the hospital. See what I'm saying? He was like, "Yo, Spree, it's the police. Bring the car to the hospital." So I drove over to the hospital, got out the car. They locked me up. They put me in the lineup. Enver came down there to the precinct, to the 120 precinct, and Enver said, "Nah, that wasn't him." So then they released me. So what happened was, when all that happened, and whatever the case may be, so we were still hanging over there at 693 Henderson Avenue. Enver, Mia is selling drugs out the crib. I wasn't selling no drugs. Everybody that know me know I'm a robber. Yeah, I was running around snatching niggas' chains, doing stupid shit or whatever the case may be. I was never really into that drug dealing shit. That wasn't my thing. So we come out the crib one day. SI just came home. I believe SI came home June 8th, 2002 or June 18th. He wasn't even home like a week when all this shit happened. So we come out the crib one day. We see some black dudes in front of the crib. So we didn't know who they was. We thought they was the ops. So the nigga SI, one got some hands from that rat ass nigga Junie from New Brighton. Everybody know Junie. Fucking Wally shot him back in the days. Nigga Junie snitched on the nigga. So long story short, SI went and got some hammers or whatever the case may be. Unbeknownst to me, I didn't know nothing about this. I just came over there. Emma calls me. He's like, "Yo, because Emma was selling like basically coke." So he was just like, yo, I need some crack. I got some fiends. They want some shit. I went over there. I gave that nigga the pack. Not saying that he was hustling, but I just gave it to him to get rid of it. So I was over
Who,
there.
Enver?
Yes, Enver.
So when once you got released from the precinct, did you put niggas on that Enver was a rat because the police called you and said he was a confidential informant? Like, did you blow that up?
Yes, I blew it up, and I said something to Enver about it. I said, Enver, why would you have the police call my phone? He said, no. I told them that you was with me. So I didn't tell on you, but they wanted to know what the call was because they was trying to retrieve the ballistic evidence. So that's how I looked at it. I didn't really pay it no mind. It flew over my head. I'm thinking he's a solid dude. So this is like out of the norm. I didn't think nothing of it at first.
So after that, was you still fucking with him?
No, from afar. I was not fucking with him like that. Every now and then I would see him, I would come around, but I kept it moving. So so what happened was we was in the so he called me one day. He said that he needed some work because I know he was doing his thing with the coke or whatever the case may be. So he basically said that he had some fiends that needed some crack. So I went over there. I had like $300 worth of work on me, and I gave it to him. I had them in 12 A's and the plastic bag with the apple on it that came in them. Everybody used to cop the bags from Rosebank and Stapleton. So I gave this shit to him. I'm like, yo, hey, don't worry about it. Just take it, whatever. Just give me my money. So I was over there hanging out with them in the crib, and I wound up falling asleep. And then next thing you know, the fucking police come bust the door down. So next thing you know, it was like 6 o'clock in the morning. The police came bust the door down. They lock everybody up. SI's in the room with that bitch Arlene. He got caught with the 2 hammers. Enver and me got caught with like 120 grams of coke. They got locked up. I didn't have shit on me. They locked me up and they locked some other bitch up that was in the room with me. So we all go to court. Everybody gets out or whatever the case may be. Well, Enver didn't get out. He went to Brooklyn House. I went to Brooklyn House. SI went to Brooklyn House. So SI bail was 50,000. Enver bail I think was like 10,000 or some shit like that, and they gave me $1,000 bail. So my brothers wound up getting me out the next day. When I went to Brooklyn House, I called them the next day. I got out. So long story short, or whatever the case may be. So when we in court, nigga, SI, the police coming in and they like, oh, you've been indicted. So they indicted him for those guns, and then the ESU niggas came and got him from Brooklyn House.
Okay.
So yeah, because I didn't even know about that whole shit about the predicate felon shit about him cutting people. I heard about it because I know some niggas that he tried to front on and whatever the case may be, but I wasn't paying that shit no mind. Like a nigga far removed from that jail shit. So long story short, he gets locked up. He goes to fucking NIC. We go up there and visit him. We got locked up that Thursday. I got up Friday. That Saturday, we went up there to go see him. He got bailed out that Monday before he went back to court. So long story short, niggas get locked up. So couple months, about like a month and a half down the line, or whatever the case may be, the nigga Enver sitting there and saying some shit to SI about some bitch I was fucking with, some little hoe ass bitch named Toya. So what happened was we was in Port Richmond. The nigga SI came over there with the nigga Enver. Nigga SI's talking shit, talking about homegirl. I'm like, listen, I don't got nothing to do with that. And whoever you think is telling you, that bitch is not telling you, nigga. If she was telling on you, I wouldn't be fucking with her, point blank. So SI was running his mouth. My brother Tone Bone came over there, snuffed the nigga SI, dropped him, straight drugged him, knocked his ass out clean and cold. And you can ask anybody. You can even ask fucking Smoke. Sean with it. He locked up right now for clapping the nigga in Stapleton. He got 8.5. He's been in for a minute now. So anyhow, them niggas come running over there with the hammers. I got up off the bike and I threw the bike at the nigga SI. Nigga swung the raise at me. I weaved the shit. Me and the nigga start getting it on. He like, oh, chill. The police coming. The nigga SI tried to run. We started chasing him, and that's on my dead brother Dutch. We started chasing him, and we was beating the shit out this nigga. The nigga trying to run. He swung his arm. I didn't even realize the nigga cut me. He just kept saying, oh, yo, the police coming, or whatever the case may be. And then when I realized the nigga cut me, I'm like, yo, niggas gonna kill this nigga. The nigga Smoke came around the corner with the hammer and started busting shots. Them niggas was gone. or whatever the case may be. So now, after that shit happened, my cousin Mia playing both sides of the fence, like, oh, telling me, oh yeah, that nigga SI, he hiding out at his mom's house at 80 Greenleaf Street, this, that, and the third, bossy ba, bossy ba, bossy ba. But meanwhile, her and the nigga Enver giving the nigga SI the hammer to walk around with, or whatever the case may be. So long story short, the nigga SI get locked up by the feds. He beat up Arlene in like October 2002. She got him locked up for punching her in the face. And when he got arrested, the ATF, they had a warrant for him, and the police told him in the precinct, oh, yeah, well, the feds been looking for you. They locked the nigga up. So now he get locked up, or whatever the case may be. And then the ATF came to my mom's house. It was 2 federal agents. They came to my mom's house. This was like November 2002, the end of October. It was about early November. So my mom's answered the door, and she like, how may I help you? They're like, yeah, we're looking for Gerald Johnson. She like, well, he don't live here. They said, oh, listen, we got information that Enver and SI got a hit out on your son.
And they're talking about you?
Yeah, they were talking about me. So
Okay.
this was the
why would Enver have a hit out on you? I thought you and Enver was good.
This is what I'm saying. It didn't make no sense. Enver was already in MDC Brooklyn. SI was in MDC Brooklyn. I didn't have no static with Enver. I didn't fuck with him no more, but I stood away from him. So basically what happened was this. So when they came to my mom's house that day, they gave her a subpoena. They said, listen, your son has to come to 275 Cabin Plaza East. He has a subpoena for the grand jury. We're trying to lock these guys up. We know that SI cut him. There's a $10,000 hit on him, and we want him to cooperate. We know he's looking at 5 years right now for armed robbery, and if he wants to cooperate with us, he won't go to jail. We'll get him out of that sentence. And I told him, I'm not doing that shit. Point fucking blank, or whatever the case may be. I said, I'm not doing that because I didn't know shit to begin with. I wasn't fucking with SI like that.
So they said you had what was you wanted for that you was gonna get 5 years for?
So what happened was I was on bail for armed robbery.
Okay.
So, and I didn't even do nothing. So a nigga that I know was beefing with some other dude, unbeknownst to me. He calls me, I come over there, I hit the nigga in the head with the hammer, and I shot at the dude. Somebody snatched the nigga chain. I didn't get nothing from that robbery. I didn't even know they took the nigga chain. The police came back the next day with the dude to the dude's house that robbed him. And first they came without the police and told the nigga come outside and shoot the fan one. He didn't come outside. So they called the police. So eventually the police locked the dude up. He gets locked up. He tells on me. So one day I'm walking around minding my business. The police jump out on me asking me for ID. I'm like, for what? I told them my name. They're like, oh, your name is not Gerald Ashton. Your name is Gerald Johnson. I'm like, no, my name is Gerald Ashton. So they're like, oh, well, you wanted for armed robbery. I want them fighting with the police. They fuck me up. They jump me, punch me, kick me, all that shit or whatever. They lock me up. So I go to court. I get locked up, get remanded, get bailed out. My bail was $25,000, and I got out on an $8,500 bond with 3 signatures. So now I got indicted for the case eventually because Enver got me a lawyer that was one of his lawyers, but the lawyer was working with the fucking DA the whole time, unbeknownst to me. I didn't know nothing about this because I know technically when you go to court 3 times and they don't have a case against you, the case has to get dismissed with prejudice. And I already know because
This
I was
is
locked up
after
before that.
Enver got you that lawyer after you already knew he was a rat?
No, this was before that.
Oh, okay.
This is before all this other shit started coming out after the fact, and this is why I stood away from him.
Okay.
And then the lawyer was telling me, oh, you got to give me some money. I'm like, I'm not giving you nothing. So what the lawyer did was, well, I'm not going to be able to represent you if you're not going to pay me. I said, okay, no fucking problem. Because I know I was going to jail anyway. So my whole thing was just like, whatever. They offered me 8 years, and they came back, they offered me 5 years. So I was out on bail, and I said, fuck it. I'm going to take this shit to trial, and dude's going to have to come to court, and then I'm just going to pick up, and I'm going to skip town, and then they're going to have to find me guilty in absentia.
So you ended up doing that 5 years?
Yeah, I wound up doing 5 years. So what happened was I was out on bail. I wound up shooting some Crip nigga named Hostile from New Brighton, but he used to be in Port Richmond. Hassan McGee. His uncle was Mr. McGee from PS40 from IS-49 back in the day, the little short midget nigga.
Okay.
So I got into some shit with him. I wound up shooting a nigga, and he told on me. We got to a big ass shootout in broad daylight. It was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It was January 31st, 2002. This was on Friday, and it was raining outside. And I remember that day clear as day. 2 days before that, me and him was arguing. I smacked the nigga, and he ran. He came back with some Crip nigga named Dave from Flatbush, and nigga pulled out the 44. Nigga had a big ass 44. He pulled that shit out on me. And I didn't even have a gun on me. I had my niece in my arm, and I bluffed him like I had a gun. He jumped in the car and ran off. Then I ran in the crib and grabbed the gun, or whatever the case may be. So when I ran down on Castleton Avenue, I was going to start blowing at the niggas, but it was mad traffic, and I didn't want to shoot no innocent bystander. So I left it alone. The nigga came back 2 days later, and then we wound up getting into a big bang out, and I shot him. I didn't even know I shot him because he was with the dude Dave and 3 other Crip niggas. It was two other dudes in the bench. So we got to a big ass shootout on Maple Ave in Port Richmond, where that bar is on the corner, the next block down from Port Richmond Avenue.
Yeah.
So we wound up getting into a shootout. The nigga grabbed onto the car door. I had a 9 Ruger. I bust like 15 shots at the nigga. I didn't even know I shot the nigga. He was holding onto the car door, and I was running behind the nigga shooting at the nigga. So he got shot. He went to the hospital in Brooklyn. He told Officer Brown and Officer Gershon, same ones who killed Case. So the next morning, they came to my mom's house looking for me. They tried to knock the door down and all this other shit or whatever to arrest me. So I had a warrant for my arrest. And mind you, I was already on bail for that robbery. So I was supposed to go back to court February 8th, 2002 for that robbery. I believe it was a Monday or a Wednesday. I didn't go to court because I knew they was going to be there to arrest me. So long story short, the nigga Enver is locked up at MDC. So what happened was when all this shit went down, they gave my mother the subpoena. They told me I had to come down there to answer the subpoena, such and such, or they was going to issue a warrant for my arrest. So I went down there. I seen Arlene George, which was SI's girl, that rat bitch. And I seen that nigga Junie, that rat ass nigga also. So when I'm on the escalator going upstairs, they coming down the escalator. That shit was just like that movie, Pride and Glory, when them niggas shot that nigga in the bathroom and the cop, Ed Norton, was going up the steps and the other 2 niggas was coming down looking at him. It was just like that. The niggas were staring at me. So I went upstairs. There was some lawyer there. And I said, yo, listen, my name is Gerald Johnson. The ATF, they came to my mother's house, such and such, such and such. This is the subpoena they gave me. They told me I had to come here for a grand jury, but it wasn't no grand jury. It was the U.S. attorney. Her name was Colleen Cavanaugh. So he was like, Willie Smith and Arlene George just left. They want to talk to you. Do you have anything to say to them? I said, listen, I don't got nothing to say to them. I don't know nothing about nothing. This, that, and the third. When we was in the house that day when that shit got raided, whatever happened. I didn't have nothing on me. That shit had nothing to do with me. They called me into the fucking room. The U.S. attorney's in there, and she's like, we're asking questions about Enver Mehmeti and such and such. I said, listen, I don't know nothing about nothing. She said, you sure? I said, I don't know nothing. She said, you can leave. So what they turned around and did was they let Enver back out on the street to set us up because I didn't want to tell on him. So he signed the fucking proffer agreement, and then come to find out, Enver got locked up in 1998 for selling some guns with his father and told on his father. So all this came out after the fact. So they wound up letting the nigga Enver out, and Enver was wearing a wire. And my cousin Mia knew Enver was wearing a wire because when we got locked up, and you can ask anybody, even that rat-ass nigga PJ, if you can even get in touch with him, everybody heard the discovery. She was telling Enver to cover the wire over his peacoat. So PJ was well aware that Enver was telling. So now I wound up going up north. I went to downstate, May 15th.
So Enver ended up wearing a wire on you?
Yes, he wore a wire on me, my brother Tombo, my brother Jerome, my fucking brother Cecil.
Right. By the time he got to the wire, by the time he was wearing a wire on you, you was already well aware that he was a rat, right? Because the police called your phone and told you he was an informant.
No, so listen. So when the police called my phone that day, Enver was in the background saying, "Just bring the car back to the hospital. They want the car. Bring the car back to the hospital." So basically, I was under the impression that Enver was trying to claim me because they was telling Enver. Once Enver told them he was with me, they said, "Well, why is a white dude hanging with a black dude?" So they were trying to tell Enver to say it was me who did something. So in hindsight, Enver was trying to clear me.
Yeah, no, I get that, but the police still said that he was a confidential informant because they said you was with Enver, a confidential informant, when he got shot, right?
Yes, but my whole thing is this: Enver was on the phone saying, "Yo, they're lying, they
Yeah, I
fucking
get
lying."
you, I get you, I get you. But once police said he was a confidential informant, you should have. I felt like I just feel like you should have handled him like that. Like I feel
Nah,
like he
nah.
should have
Listen,
never had the
listen.
opportunity
No,
to record you.
listen. I understand what you're saying, but everybody knows how the NYPD play. They can sit there and say, "Yo, the nigga Elliot said this, that, and the third." So
Yeah.
that was my whole thing. I felt like the police was lying because my
Oh, okay,
loyalty with
okay,
him,
okay, okay, okay.
my loyalty to him at that time was blinded. So my thing was, I got locked up, I got bailed out. I didn't think he would do some shit like
All
that.
right, now you just clarified it. You said you didn't believe him, so now I
No,
get
I
your
know I didn't
perspective.
believe him because we
Okay,
all know the
yeah.
police would say, "Yo, Elliot, Spree said you shot this dude."
Nah, yeah, I get that. I get that. I
So,
get your perspective. So now I have a
so
better understanding now.
that was the whole thing. So my guard was down the whole time. So when he got out from MDC Brooklyn, and there was a nigga named D-Rock from Queens, I was locked up. I was in a full building. I was in a full building with him, 95, 96, 97. Every time I went to the island, D-Rock was there. D-Rock, I seen the nigga one day. He rides by the crib. He like, "Yo," that nigga Enver said, "What up?" I'm like, "Enver?" I'm like, "Nigga, you was in the feds?" He like, "Yeah, yeah, I just got out." I just looked at the nigga and spent off. So my whole thing was I didn't know how that Fed shit go. I don't know
Yeah.
nothing about the feds. I always been in the state. Nigga get locked up. Nigga go on the island. Nigga go to Ulster County. Nigga go to downstate. Nigga went to Green. Nigga went to Coxsackie. Nigga went to Wyoming. Nigga went to Attica. Whatever. I don't know nothing about none of that shit. So what happened was Enver gets out. He sparks up a deal with the fucking U.S. attorneys to set us up, and he tried to set the nigga London up.
Who, Enver?
And yes, and I'm gonna get to that. And this is on my dead brother Dutch. And you can ask anybody, and even in the fucking paperwork, I swear to God, Big Den and PJ knew Enver was ratting. I showed them the paperwork. That's how I went to South.
How do you try to set London up?
Okay, so listen, this is what happened. So long story short, I wound up shooting the Crip dude, right? So the police were looking for me. They come to my mom's house. The nigga Tech from Stapleton comes out to Fort Richmond. He said, "Yo, what the fuck happened? I heard it was a big ass bang out here." I'm like, "How the fuck did you hear about that?" So he was like, "Oh, niggas was talking about that shit or whatever." So the nigga Enver and a bitch Mia calls me 10 minutes after the shootout, asking me what happened. I have no idea that they're working with the feds. I told Enver what happened. I told Mia what happened. This is my cousin. I'm not thinking she's gonna do some shit like this. So I told her what happened or whatever the case may be. Next day, the police come looking for me. So now I'm on a run. Enver calls me. He's like, "Yo," he was living out there in Newark. He was living in Newark. And he said, "Yo, just come over here. You can hide out or whatever the case may be." I'm like, "All right, cool." I go over there and hide out. So that was that Saturday. That Sunday, I'm in the crib with this nigga. This nigga had a wire on the whole time. I had no idea. So the feds already knew I was over there. I gave that nigga a black 380, a Taurus, and I gave that nigga a 357, a model 686. It was all chrome shit with a brown handle. I gave the shit to the nigga. I sold it to him. I said, "Yo, hey, take this shit." He gave the shit to the feds. They gave me $1,900. Everyone went outside and gave them the guns and came back in with the money and gave me the money. And I got indicted for that shit. That was count 3 on the indictment, criminal possession of sales of a weapon. But my whole thing was I didn't know he was under indictment. So that count right there against me got dismissed. So long story short, I'm trying to get out of town. I went down to North Carolina, but before I went to North Carolina, he's on the phone with London. I'm sitting in the living room. He like, "Yo, London's about to come over here. I need you to hide in the closet." So I'm like, "Hide in the closet? Fuck is you talking about?" Like, I don't got no beef with London. London ain't even did nothing to me. London is people. He said, "Nah, I just don't want him to know that you over here." So I swear to God, you can even ask London, and this is on my dead brother. When you first walk in the crib, there was a double closet that opens up, it folds out. I was hiding right there in that closet when London came in the crib. He was trying to buy a Tech 9 off of London for $600 to get to the feds. And when London came over there, London must have knew something was up because London was like, "Yo, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't got no hammer." And the nigga London left. So he tried to set the nigga London up, and you could ask London. I swear to God, you could write him. If he called you, you could ask him. He would tell you this was on a Sunday, and it was cloudy outside that day, and it was light rain. London would tell you. London went over there, and that shit was on the wiretap. Nigga, Big Den heard the wiretap. PJ heard the wiretap because when we all got arrested, me, my brothers, PJ, Otis, all of us, they locked up like 30 of us for 2 separate indictments. Everybody got the same discovery. And then when the nigga SI went to trial, I went to court that Friday to get rid of my lawyer. And I ran into the nigga SI. And he
London
was
was a
like,
part of
yo,
that indictment?
huh?
London was a part of that indictment?
Nah, London wasn't a part of that indictment. No, London
Oh,
had nothing
okay.
to do with none of this.
Okay.
London was already locked up. I was
Okay.
up north. I was up north in Wyoming when London got locked up. I seen that shit in the daily newspaper. They locked him up and they locked people up. I seen that shit in the newspaper. And everybody know when you up north, when you go to the law library, the Daily News and the New York Post, it comes 3-4 days after.
Yeah,
And I was
facts.
reading this shit in the paper, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? So when I call home, niggas was saying, yo, they saying so and so, and this and the third happened allegedly, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. And then next thing you know, a couple of days later, well, not a couple of days later, that was like maybe 2-3 months later, some other nigga from Brooklyn that I knew, he used to be in Staten Island, in Stapleton. He lived in 45. He came up to me, he showed me the New York Post article. He said, yo, the feds just locked your brothers up. I'm like, what? He showed me the article, and I'm reading the article. They had my name in that shit, and all these other niggas. I said, wow, these niggas about to rearrest me. 2 days later, I'm in the fucking dorm, and she got up from Junior Mafia. They got locked up for that shooting at Hot 97 with Lulu came with him. He was my bunkie. Me and him, we was in Wyoming together. We was cooking together. And I was on the bunk sleep. I was on the top bunk. I was on 49 top. He was on 49 bottom. I was sleeping, and I woke up. The police was hitting my bunk with a nightstick. Because anybody know, Attica is right across the street from Wyoming. And the police that work in Attica, they work over there also. So they carry nightsticks because it's a medium, but it's more like a maximum security. Because everybody that comes from Attica goes right over to Wyoming.
Yeah.
And them blood niggas in there was on demon time. Them niggas was cutting everything moving. There was no Crips living in there, no Latin Kings, no Nietas, no Dominicans, no none of that shit. That shit wasn't happening. If you came in there and you looked the suspect, niggas was running you out. And niggas wasn't talking about, oh, you got a sign. No, niggas was getting at you. So, and She Gutter was Crip. And them niggas didn't fuck with him. And I didn't even know who he was at first until niggas told me. Oh, that's Biggie's man. That's the nigga from Junior Mafia. Oh, that's the nigga that was at Hot 97. That nigga was shooting at Capone and Noriega and all them niggas. So I'm like, okay, I don't give a fuck. I get busy too. So me and him was bunkies. So eventually we started talking or whatever the case may be. We started cooking or whatever. Long story short, the police come to my bunk. I'm asleep. Next thing you know,
Yeah, we just got disconnected there, but you were saying you was in your bunk and the police came back to you, I believe.
yes. So the police came to my bunk, hit my bunk with a nightstick, and I jumped up. I jumped over the top bunk and I squared up with the nigga. I'm like, yo, what's up? The police was like, yo, you want to go to the hospital? Because I will fuck you up right now. You better put your hands down. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. So he said, yo, you need to pack up. You got to go to R&D. You got to go to court. So I packed all my shit up or whatever the case may be. I go to R&D. Next day, the jail bus comes from Attica. I get on the bus from Wyoming or whatever the case may be. There was niggas from Attica on the bus. We go to downstate. I get to downstate. That was Tuesday. Wednesday, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. So Wednesday comes. They call me. I was in G1, 6 cell.
Okay.
So the police called me. He was like, "Oh, you gotta go to not orientation, but you gotta go to like whatever the fuck that shit was called, like intake."
Yeah,
I get
intake.
to intake. I see the U.S. Marshal nigga standing there. There was one big black white boy. There was one big black dude and one big ass white boy. So they was like, listen, we need you to take your gold teeth out your mouth. This, that, and the third. My gold teeth don't come out. And they was like, you need to take that ring off. I said, no, this is a wedding band, but it wasn't a wedding band. So anyhow, they locked me up. So I get down to fucking to the courthouse at Cabinet Plaza. They fingerprinted me. And then when I looked at the paperwork, it said cocaine conspiracy. So I'm like, nigga, I don't be selling no fucking drugs. What the fuck are they talking about? So then when I go in front of the judge, I see the lawyer. He's standing out there. And then I look, I see the U.S. attorney. And I said, oh, shit, this fucking bitch. And she's looking at me like, yeah, remember me? She hands my lawyer the indictment. My lawyer gives me the indictment. I fold the shit up. I got the shit behind my back. I put it in my pocket. So they was like, oh, the defendant's already in state custody. Basi ba. They remanded me with no bail. I get into the holding cells. I'm looking at the indictment. I said, oh, shit, this motherfucking Enver set niggas up. So when I get to MDC, everybody's already there. My brothers are there. Junie, my co-defendants, my cousins, everybody's already in MDC. Or whatever the case may be. So niggas go to court. Everybody know what happened. The nigga Preem, Ghostface Killer from Wu-Tang, his cousin, that was my co-D. We was all in there. Everybody already knew it was the nigga Enver. I called the nigga Enver. I said, yo, bro. I said, yo, that's how you giving it up? You set niggas up with the police? And this was on the jail phone. He goes, oh, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. I said, yo, you's a fucking rat-ass nigga. I hang up the phone. 2 days later, I'm in the fucking cell sleep. They wake me up 4:30 in the morning. You got to go to court. I said, go to court? What the fuck am I going to court for? I said, I'm not supposed to go back to court till March 9th. Niggas call me to court. The fucking U.S. attorney, the ATS agents, and the lawyers down there said, listen, they like, we have a recorded phone conversation between you and Enver Mehmeti, and he states that you threatened his life. I said, first of all, if you heard the conversation, I did not threaten his life. I just asked him, why the fuck did he do what he did? That's not threatening anybody. And they told me, if you contact him again, there's going to be a superseding indictment. Straight up and down. They said, do not contact him ever again. Do not contact him, and do not contact Mia Weeks. I said, you know what? Okay, no problem. So 2 months after that, that was March, April, we're going into May. So I was calling my lawyer, the lawyer I had, and the lawyer I had was the same lawyer that was representing J-Lo when Puff and him got locked up for shooting up that club in New York or whatever.
Okay.
So I'm calling this nigga, telling this nigga, you need to come up to MDC. I need to meet with you. But I see, this nigga has not been answering my phone calls. So I wrote the judge a letter, and I said, listen, I do not want this guy as my attorney because he was a fucking 18B legal aid lawyer. I said, I do not want this guy as an attorney. He do not have my best interest at heart as an attorney. So I went to court on a Friday. They woke me up and said, you got to go to court. When I went to court, I ran into one of my other co-defendants, this rat-ass nigga named fucking Fabian, old crackhead nigga. He didn't have nothing to do with anything, and I'm not trying to say that nigga rat, but nigga, that nigga's a fucking rat. And that nigga wasn't doing nothing but fucking smoking crack. He was taking 3 bombs, and he smoking his 100 and go knock off the other 200. But come to find out, he was down there already fucking giving it up. So anyhow, when I get down to the bullpens, I see the nigga outside. I walk into the bullpens. He like, yo, Spree, what's up? I said, what's up? He like, yo, I got that statement you gave the police. I said, statement? I said, what the fuck is you talking about? The nigga went in his bag. The nigga fucking pulled out the shit from the U.S. attorney, the witness list for the trial. He was starting trial that Monday. I said, nigga, I don't got nothing to do with that. I said, yeah, they put my fucking name on there, nigga, but I'm not coming to fucking court telling on you. Fuck is you talking about? He said, oh, nah, because the nigga Enver kept saying, yo, that nigga Spree. I said, nigga, I just got here, nigga. I was up north, nigga. What the fuck do I got to do with any of that, nigga? I said, nigga, if I was going to tell when I was fucking facing that time, you don't think I would have told on you to get up out of that? Even after you cut me, nigga? So, like, what are you talking about? He was like, oh, shit, you know what? I never thought about that because the white nigga was giving him money, putting money on his books, taking care of his mom. So he didn't even look at it like that until I said that. So long story short, came that Monday, and there was a case. There was a nigga named Bloody Hatchet from East New York. He was out there running with Wyclef in him, and you can look on YouTube. He just died a couple months ago. I was locked up with him. I wound up beating the shit out that nigga. We was in the same cell. Me and him got into it or whatever. So the nigga threw a bag of rice and tried to slap me, and me and him started scrapping. So one of his co-defendants went to court and seen SI, and SI was like, yo, here goes my court, here goes my discovery from court. He said, yo, get this to the nigga Spree. Tell Spree to make copies, but I need this shit back. So he said the next time one of the homies come to court, I'm gonna be on trial. Whoever, any of the homies come to court, just tell Spree to give them the paperwork and just I'll get it from them, no problem. So the dude come back. It was a nigga named AI. He came back, gave me the paperwork. The next day, I went to the law library. I was in 5 South in the library. Everybody know MDC in the old building. The library, the law library is on the 5th floor. So if I'm in 5 South and you come up the elevator, I can see you going to the library. So long story short, I got the paperwork or whatever the case may be. So what I did was I seen the shit, I showed the shit to the nigga Big Dan, and this is on my brother Dutch, and I showed it to PJ. So for PJ to tell me he didn't know Enver was hot, nigga, you knew Enver was hot, nigga. And PJ, you was hot. Because when I got up there, mad niggas came up to me and they was telling me, yo, your man next door, that 4-eyed nigga with the glasses, yo, that nigga's a rat. That nigga been going to court more than Jason Williams. I'm like, what are you talking about? He like, oh yeah, that light-skinned nigga with the gold teeth. I don't know where he at. But in broad daylight, the nigga, he got so cute out with some crip nigga almost shot a little baby. And that's exactly what almost happened. A little girl almost got shot in the head in the fucking bassinet. So I'm like, how the fuck do these niggas know this? These niggas don't know me. So the nigga Big Dan come over there, fishing for information. And I already knew what time it was. I'm like, yo, Dan, why are you here? I didn't even know Dan was in there. I'm like, what are you doing here? Why are you here? The feds locked you up? I said, last I remember, I seen some shit in the newspaper when I was up north when you had the black, what do you call that shit? The stocking cap on your head. You got locked up and some nigga was in the back of the ambulance and he pointed you out. You got locked up. You were supposed to go up north for that shit. I'm like, what are you doing in the feds? Oh, nah, I didn't even go up north. They came and got me from the ambulance. So right there, my antennas ready went up. And then the nigga D-Rock, that was on that same case with Junior Mafia, Puffy and Bodyguard. He came over to me. He told me, he like, yo, that nigga Big Dog. He said, yo, he said, I don't know you, but I heard about you. He said, yo, I know mad niggas from Staten Island. I know that nigga Big Gun. I was up north in Franklin when Biggie first caught that gun case. I'm the one who took that gun case so Biggie could get on. He said, I know the nigga Big Gun. Shouted out Big Gun's name in the whole 9 yards. Put his whole government out there. He was like, yo, that nigga Big Dog, that nigga's a rat. You better watch that nigga. And that's what he said. And there was a couple other niggas from the harbor that was in there, and they were coming over to me. And they was like, yo, that nigga said to listen to eavesdropping what you talking about and see who you was buying those guns from on Forest Avenue. I'm like, Forest Avenue? I'm saying to myself, nigga, what's nobody buying no guns from nobody on Forest Avenue? Nigga, you fishing. So what happened was I wound up getting into an argument with the nigga PJ. So the nigga PJ goes out to court one day. He comes back. I said, yo, nigga, why you going to court? Ain't nobody else going to court. Oh, I'm going to my parole hearing. I spit right in that nigga face. That nigga spit on, I ain't gonna front. The nigga spit on me. Nigga spit back in my face. And the police pushed the nigga through the door and they slammed the door. He went back to the other side of the fucking jail. Now, mind you, I already done showed him and the nigga Big Dan the paperwork. Big Dan was like, oh, this ain't true. I said, Big Dan, look. I said, Enver told on me.
Yeah, brother, your phone is going like in and out again.
All right, hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you clear.
Okay, now I got the phone to my ear. I had you on speakerphone. So, long story short, when I gave the nigga Den and PJ the paperwork, nigga Den was like, "Oh, that's not true." When you seen the paperwork, the nigga Enver told on me, Big Den, London, Cia Law, Mustafa, Muhammad from New Brighton, and it was somebody else. I don't remember offhand. He told on somebody else, and SI. He said that we were all Bloods, we were all under SI, we were out there selling guns, and we were selling drugs in New Brighton and the Stapleton. And when I showed that shit to Big Dan, nigga, Big Dan, this is on my dead brother, oh, that's not true, this ain't real black and white. I said, yo, nigga, SI's on trial right now. This came from the U.S. Attorney. I said, you don't see that stamp right there? It said U.S. Attorney, Eastern District, NY. It had the month on it with the year, and it said government evidence Exhibit A. Nigga, you seen that shit, bro. And so for PJ to sit there and be on your podcast talking about, oh, niggas didn't know. No, PJ, you knew. You knew, PJ. You knew, PJ, because you told too, PJ, because you pled guilty March 2004 as soon as you got into the feds. And you didn't get sentenced to June 2006. So you told, nigga, there's no way in hell you pled guilty and you sat there 16, 17 months waiting to go to court to get sentenced, nigga. You told. And I know for a fact, he told on Waco, he told on Plot, he told on Uncles, he told on Harv, he told on Nitty, he told on all of them niggas.
I spoke directly to, some of Waco's people, and I spoke to somebody that did 2.5 years with Waco, and they read all of Waco's paperwork, and they testified that, you know, PJ wasn't on none of Waco's
Listen, I
paperwork.
understand what you're saying, but what I'm trying to tell you is this: when I
And
say PJ told on them,
PJ was in the spot with Waco.
no, listen, you don't understand what I'm saying. So this is what you got to understand. When you in the feds, they do some shit that's called the proffer meeting. So when PJ went to the proffer meeting, PJ told on them. This is what I'm saying. I'm not saying PJ took the stand on them. I'm not gonna say he did because I know he didn't. But he went to the proffer meeting, and he went down there. So when you go to a proffer meeting, you tell them everything that you
Yeah,
did.
I know exactly what a profit meeting is. And just because he went to a profit meeting doesn't mean it was accepted. But even
No,
though
no,
he
no, no,
went to
no.
the
Listen.
profit,
I'm
everything
saying,
that he said
hold
in the
on.
profit we could get.
Listen, I understand what you're saying, but what I'm trying to explain to you is this. PJ was facing 10 years on that bed. He did 26 months time served. So what I'm trying to explain to you is this. PJ went down to a profit meeting, right? So when you go to a profit meeting, they're going to ask you everything that you did. What is it that you did? What is it that you did? We want to know everything that you did. Everything that's not in this indictment, what you did. Did you ever kill anybody? Did you ever do this? Did you 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 do this? So what I'm saying is when PJ went down there to that proffer meeting, because he was going to court Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. If you cooperate, you don't go to court on a Friday. Everybody knows that. If you snitching, you're not going to court on a Friday. And we're co-defendants. We're on the same floor. You across the hall from me. Nigga, you going to court and you coming back ducking in coming from court. And not only that, all these niggas were saying, oh, yeah, PJ told on some nigga named Rude Boy, some nigga named Ninja. Oh, some nigga named this, some nigga named this, some nigga named this. And I'm saying, you niggas is from Brooklyn. How the fuck you know these niggas from Staten Island? So when I confronted the nigga PJ about the shit, when we got to the argument when I spit on him and then he spit on me, the nigga turned around, him and the nigga Big Dan called the U.S. Attorney's office and told them that I was threatening PJ and that I was threatening to get him killed, and I was telling everybody up there on the floor with us that he was cooperating. I kid you not. After that shit happened, about 25 minutes later, I was in my bunk. They came in there, woke me up, pulled me outside, handcuffed me, and sent me to the box, and they put a separation on me. So when I got to the box, my brother Cecil was up there in the box, and I told Cecil, yo, that nigga PJ, that nigga Den, X, Y, Z, whatever the case may be. That nigga Den was in there trying to tell on Ronell and him, but when Otis hit that nigga with the mop stick and knocked his teeth out and Den fucked him up, they couldn't use him no more. They couldn't use him as a witness because of what happened. So they couldn't use him. So they sent Den back up north. So he got time served from being locked up in the feds because basically he was in charge with no crime. So
Yeah.
he went back to downstate, signed out, and then released him. PJ got sentenced to time served. And I text you my indictment number. And I even called my lawyer. This nigga didn't pick up. And as soon as he calls me, he sends me that indictment. I'm going to send it to you. PJ name is on that indictment. PJ is number 17 on that indictment. It said Morris Fuller, a.k.a. PJ Power Judge. So for him to sit there and tell you he was in there on a writ, you wasn't in there on no writ, nigga. You was telling. And not only that, I seen the nigga PJ one day in probation in Brooklyn, right there on Cadman Plaza. And he came back out there from seeing his PO. His PO name was Shadell. It was me and the nigga Shabu. We were sitting out there in the lobby waiting to see the parole officers, the probation officers, and his PO name was Shadell, and he told PJ, you better get in touch with them with the ATF boys for they fuck around and lock you up. I'm not gonna tell you again. And niggas was looking at that nigga. And as a matter of fact, and the nigga Jeter was there also. Jeter from Stapleton. He was there in probation also. And niggas know that shit. So for him to sit there and say he didn't know Enver was telling, you know Enver was telling, nigga. And Dan knew Enver was telling. And not only that, I sent the paperwork to niggas out in the street. And what I did was, when I sent that shit out from MDC, I put PJ's name and ID numbers on the shit. So if it got intercepted, it wouldn't come back to me. I sent that shit to that nigga Evie. I sent that shit to that nigga Fredo. I sent that shit to that nigga Maul from Stapleton from 27. I sent that shit to Beanie and them niggas. I sent that shit to all them niggas. So them niggas knew that nigga PJ was telling, and niggas knew that nigga Den was telling. And even when Den got out, niggas knew that nigga was telling, and niggas was scared to say something to that nigga. And when a nigga did say something to him, the nigga didn't fuck around and knock the nigga out, bro.
Yeah.
So for PJ to sit there and say all that shit, oh, nah, I didn't know nothing about that Suburban was wired up. No, nigga. You was out there fucking with him. And even if you go on Enver's old MySpace page, you Google that nigga name, Enver Mehmeti, Mehmeti. You gonna look, you gonna see a picture. They was right there in Arlington. It was him, PJ, and the nigga Big Dan. They were all in a picture together. Big Dan had on a brown shirt with some rhinestones on it, with some black pants, and he had that chain on that PJ was wearing, which was the white boy Enver chain. The niggas was all in a picture together. So PJ, you could say that shit, nigga. Cause you know you motherfucking told, nigga. You know you told, nigga. You know you told. And that's why everywhere you went, nigga, when niggas looked at your ID number, niggas like, hold on. How you in here in 2009 with a 7080453 number? That means you got locked up in 2003. You had to have another case. Because when you go in the feds, you keep the same ID number. So my number was 7084553. That was from 2004. This is 2025. So if I was to get locked up in the feds right now and niggas seen that number, they would say, yo, that number's from like 2002, 2003, 2004. Oh, you was in the feds before. So what are you in here for now? Okay, well, you got 30 years on this case, but you got an old ID number. So let me see your paperwork from that case. And PJ was in there telling niggas, oh, I'm here on the violation. Like, come on, bro, stop it, bro. Like, seriously, stop it, nigga. Like, own up to your shit. Yeah, you was out there getting a little money. You was doing this, doing that. Okay, granted. I'm not going to take that from you. But my thing is, at the end of the day, own up to your shit, nigga.
Yeah.
Own up to your shit, nigga. So stop sitting there acting like you cared about Dan and all that, because we all know that's far from the truth. And now you fucking hiding out in Maryland. Why you ain't come back up to New York, nigga? Huh? How you got parole to an Airbnb? Nigga, you sound stupid, nigga. You came home out the box, nigga. You came home out the box, nigga. And I know for a fact you got checked in Raybrook. Because when niggas wrote niggas up there and gave them your information, niggas hit niggas back. Yo, not nigga checked in. We was about to get at that nigga. He checked in. Niggas pressed him. He checked in.
You know he wrote a book, right?
Yeah, we all know about that bullshit ass book, Life as a Rock Boy. He was in the pictures with Tone and T and all them niggas. Yo, bro, them niggas know that nigga's a rat. And niggas even said that shit. They like, yo, bro, we didn't know he was putting them pictures in the book. He making it seem like niggas was siding with him. That's not the fucking truth. That is far from the fucking truth. So niggas know about that little fucking comedy book he had his little dust hat nephew fucking published while he was sitting in jail. Like, come on, bro. Like, niggas already know. Like, yo, listen, man. I'm telling you, man. That nigga's a bozo, bro. And that's why he ain't coming back up to New York.
He calls you a rat in the book. He calls you and your brother a rat in the book.
Yeah. I mean, listen. Tell me why I'm not surprised, bro. Tell me why I'm not surprised. Nigga, who the fuck I told on, nigga? Who the fuck I told on? Who my brother told on? My brother did 10 years, but he told? Like, really, nigga? Like, come on now, bro. Like, stop it, PJ. Knock it the fuck off, bro. Knock it the fuck off, nigga. Knock it the fuck off, nigga. Nigga, when all that shit was going on, when all that shooting shit with all this in them, nigga, I was already sitting up north, bro. That shit had nothing to do with me. I was on 4 counts in that indictment. 3 of them counts got dropped, nigga. So what the fuck is you talking about, PJ? So stop it, bro. Like, come on, bro. Stop it. Only thing that nigga doing is deflecting, bro. So he can sit there, yo, that nigga this, that nigga this. Yeah, okay, PJ, save it. Because at the end of the day, bro, you know you told, nigga. And I don't even give a fuck that you told. At the end of the day, because that's something you got to live with. But now all of a sudden you did a little 15 years and you tried to tell on that case and it didn't work. And the white boy tried to tell and it didn't work. Because I know for a fact, because my cousin Brittany, Mia's sister, her boyfriend, her baby father, got locked up with them niggas. And Enver and PJ told him, we're going to snitch on y'all niggas. We're going to take care of y'all. Just take that 10 years, that 20 years, we're going to take care of y'all. And that nigga said, nigga, I'm not taking nothing. Fuck y'all niggas. And he told. And he fucking got out. He told him he fucking got out with time served. So like, come on now, man. So come on, everybody's just making up this shit against you. Like, come on, bro. Like, stop it, man. Like, seriously, bro. Stop it. At the end of the day, I don't even give a fuck, nigga. Seriously, you a grown ass man. You home. Take care of your responsibilities, nigga. Go get a job. Go get a fucking 401k, nigga. Build for your future. You out here talking this, oh, I'm the rock boy. This nigga, you living in past tense. You talking about some shit that happened 30 years ago, nigga. You in there fucked up eating crackhead soups the whole time, nigga. So stop it, bro. So stop it. Now you get out and you call yourself trying to stir up some shit, but then you hide it. Like, come on, man. So you can sit there and talk about, oh, this nigga's a rat, that nigga's this. You can say that shit, PJ, suck my dick, nigga. Suck my dick, nigga. And you already know if I ever see you, nigga, and that's on my dead brother Dutch, nigga, I will fucking smack dog shit out you, nigga. I don't give a fuck, nigga. And you could be armed or not armed, nigga. Either way, nigga. Fuck out of here, nigga. You know you fucking told, nigga. So go suck a dick, nigga. So you sitting there talking about, oh, this nigga's a rat. No, no, nigga, you a rat, nigga. And your fucking man is a rat, nigga. And you know it, nigga. And I don't give a
Who's
fuck,
his
nigga.
man?
Nigga, Big Dan, Jermaine Dickinson, he a fucking rat. And that's on my dead brother. He a fucking rat. And any nigga who got a problem with it, nigga, when niggas see me walking around in Stapleton, run up, nigga. Run up, nigga. Because your family been telling since back in the days. Nigga, run up, nigga. Anybody, run up, nigga. Niggas already know what it is. Nigga, run up, nigga. Run up, nigga. Run up. I will lay you the fuck out, nigga. Run up, nigga. And I ain't even trying to sound tough, nigga. I'm that tough and I'm that pussy. Run up, nigga. Anybody, approach me, nigga. Niggas know what it is, bro. Fuck out of here, man. Niggas already know what it is, nigga. Run up, nigga. Niggas been know that shit, bro. Niggas know that. Niggas was scared to death of that nigga. All the niggas was shook of that nigga out there. Oh, nah, I know he telling, but I ain't gonna say nothing to that nigga though. I don't want no problems with that nigga. I'm gonna let that nigga be. I'm gonna let that shit ride. Like, come on, bro. Come on, man. That nigga CLR. CLR was on the Rikers bus crying when he heard the nigga Den was telling. He was on the bus crying. The nigga Stacks. God bless the dead. The nigga Den pushed out the window. Darren Dodd. Nigga Stacks. London's homeboy. Everybody know who Stacks is. Go look at the Ghostface Killer, the Mighty Healthy video. He was standing right there with the fucking scarf on his head with the navy blue jacket standing right next to Ghost. Anybody who don't know, go look that nigga up. But everybody from Stapleton know, Den pushed that nigga out the window and killed him because he called Den a rat. Come on, man.
He pushed him out the window and killed him?
Yeah, he pushed the nigga out the window and he broke his neck, man. That was right there on the corner of fucking Gordon and Hutchins Street. And that little yellow house building right there. Right around the corner from the old criminal court.
And what happened to Den? He got arrested for that? What happened?
Nah, Den didn't get arrested for that shit. Den pushed that nigga out the window. He fell out there. It was all up there smoking dust. Den pushed that nigga out the window and he fell out the window and broke his neck.
Nobody ever got charged for it?
No, because when the police came over there, they found that nigga dead over there 2 days later. Everybody that was up there in that motherfucking rumor house ran the fuck up out of there. But everybody said Den did that shit. Because he confronted Den. Like, yo, Den, you's a fucking rat. You run around talking shit, nigga, you's a fucking rat. And nigga Den pushed that nigga out the window and he broke his neck. Killed him. Come on, man. Niggas knew that shit, bro. Niggas knew that shit. And they found that nigga dead 2 days later, right there. Come on, man. Niggas knew that shit, man. Ain't nobody got no reason to lie. And you can call that little fucking fuckboy Power Just, man. Because I got something to say to him. Nigga, you wasn't on no writ, nigga. You sitting here lying, nigga. You got something to hide, nigga. Because I'm going to get that indictment from my lawyer, nigga, and I'm going to send that shit to you. So I want to know how you was on the writ, nigga. You was number 17 on that indictment, nigga. And you only had one count. You only had one count on there. Conspiracy to distribute drugs, fucking drug trafficking. And you told, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? So you want to sit there and say, oh, this nigga's a rat, this nigga's a rat. Nigga, PJ, suck my dick, nigga. Suck my dick, nigga. Fuck out of here, man. They'll call that fucking rat ass nigga. If you can even get in touch with him, he probably ain't even gonna fucking answer.
Yeah, he hasn't been answering me.
You know, fucking bitch ass nigga. Niggas know that nigga told, bro. And he know. And I don't even give a fuck, bro. At the end of the day, I don't care, bro. That shit don't got nothing to do with me. That ain't none of my business. Whatever you did, whatever decisions you made, you know what? You live with that. But now, all of a sudden, you want to get out. You in that little bum-ass picture with them jail sweatpants on that you cut into shorts. You some money, nigga, but you walk around with some jail shorts on, nigga. Like, really? Like, really, nigga? Anybody that been in the feds know you buy gray sweatpants and you cut them shits and you make shorts out of them. Nigga, those are jail shorts you had on. With them bullshit ass Nike Shocks or whatever you was wearing, nigga. So stop it. You talking all that money shit living in the past, nigga. Knock it the fuck off. I want to know why you ain't come back to Staten Island. That's what I want to know. Why you ain't come back to Staten Island? Huh? Oh, I'm in an Airbnb. Oh, really? So, federal probation paroled you to an Airbnb? Nigga, suck a dick, man. You can say that shit. You can talk all that hot shit. PJ, you a bitch, nigga. You a bitch, nigga. And I live out in Jersey, nigga, so we can meet on neutral territory and get it shaken, nigga, for the whole world to see. And Elliot, you could come there, let the cameras roll, and let shit play out. And let shit play out, and let the best man win. Because I know that pussy nigga can't beat me. Because I know that nigga full of shit. I know he full of shit. That nigga talk a good one. That nigga talk a good one, nigga.
I would love to host a LFTG ruffle battle in the jungle between a few fellas.
Listen, let me tell you, I don't give a fuck. You can give us pipes, bats, sticks, brass knuckles, scissors, kitchen knives, and let niggas go at it like that movie The Condemned. Let niggas go for what they know. Live stream. Let niggas go for what they know. Blood everywhere. Niggas getting hit the head with locks. Niggas' eyes hanging out. Niggas' jaws broke. Everything. Niggas fighting to the death on some Mark Henry shit.
Yeah.
That nigga not about that, bro. You sit there and you go fucking hide behind your little fucking phone, you little fucking four-eyed fuck, looking like where's fucking Waldo. With your baby mom's looking like a fucking anteater. That bitch look like a roach, nigga. She look like that shit from the Alkin commercial. That fucking roach that be in the back of the pickup truck, nigga.
Just for the record,
bum bitch.
Just for the record, LFTG does not condone any violence.
Yeah, I get it, and I understand that. No doubt, I understand that. But he talking all this crazy shit like he ready to go out and fight to the death, nigga. We could do it, nigga. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I just turned 46, nigga. I lived long enough already, nigga. It don't even matter no more, nigga. And I'm not even involved in none of that street shit.
Neither am
Nothing. Nigga, I work, I pay my taxes, I mind my business, nigga.
Yes, sir.
If you want to get on here talking all that nonsense, nigga, whatever you think you want to do, and it ain't got to be in no violence. You want to talk, we can mediate this shit out, and then you just gonna get hit with an open hand smack right after, nigga.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here, nigga. Straight up. And you did tell on the nigga, nigga, because I was on the phone with Mushy prior to this conversation, nigga. And Mushy was trying to holler at you, but you got him blocked also, you bitch ass nigga.
You said who told on?
The nigga PJ. He the one who got on that 1 to 3 back in the days. And I was talking to Mushy on the phone not long ago before I spoke to you. Yeah. And Mushy was trying to holler at that nigga. And PJ didn't pick up. PJ got the nigga blocked.
Yeah.
And that nigga Mushy was pissed. That nigga sounded static. He like, yo, that fucking faggot ass nigga. Yo, that's my worst fear. I'm telling you, I said, listen, Mushy, you don't need no explanation. At the end of the day, you know that nigga is all chatty patty. That's what that nigga do. Niggas don't even call that nigga power just. Niggas call that nigga peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man. But whatever. But anyhow, listen, it's been good talking to you, man. You got any inquiries, any rebuttals, feel free to call me back, bro. And if I'm at work and I can't pick up, leave me a voicemail, I'll definitely get back to you. But as soon as my lawyer send that indictment, I swear to God, I'm going to send that shit to you. So if you want, email me or text me your contact information, and I'll get that shit right to you.
Yeah, as soon as you get it, you holler at me. LFT.
Oh, no, I definitely got you. I definitely got you. I definitely got you. There's no ands, ifs, no. I got you, bro. Even if I got to go out to Staten Island and go get the shit from my brother.
Yeah,
I got you.
I appreciate you for the interview. LFTG signing out.
Yo, my nigga London.